But I'm starting. Screw it. Fuck it, we're going live.
Okay. What, for the podcast?
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, why not?
I will be playing Hearthstone while doing this.
I will be playing Minecraft.
I'm probably going to be yelling out about stupid things that happen, but
Basically.
I will concede if I get too annoyed. I can't drop below rank 20 anyway.
I don't understand what that means because I don't play that game, but okay. I'm just playing Minecraft. Riding around on a horse.
Have we started yet?
Yeah,
cool.
We've already started.
Welcome to the DeadChat.
Our live people talk.
Yeah. That's actually a pretty good intro.
We're alive. Wait, but we're dead though. We're all dead inside, aren't we?
Is that glowing horse? Oh, no, that's just ice.
So,
Nice.
we have decided to try making a podcast. Just to try.
Attempt.
Attempt.
Per se.
We don't even know if this will come out. It hopefully will.
Yeah.
At some point in the future.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not going to come in the past. Giving me a hot look like that.
You never know.
We'll see how it feels.
Time isn't
And we'll go from there.
Yeah.
It could be cool, it could be terrible, it could be amazing. We don't know yet. So how are we going to start this thing? Let's talk about the channel. How about that? Let's start with that. Something we know about.
Well, yeah.
Anything to say, Agentwright?
Well, at the moment, I'm back to using the other editing tool program at the moment, so uploads are going to be a bit sluggish,
Okay.
per se. The other editing tool that I'm using at the moment, I'm not sure if I can do the speed up toggle or not.
Oh dear.
Yeah, that's my...
But we love the speed up toggle. It's speed up toggle's life.
Preparing the fast forward.
Yeah.
I know, I got so used to it, and then
I lost my horse again.
next thing you know, a year passed, and what was it? Yeah, a whole year passed.
Fast forward?
No, fuck, yeah, that's what it felt like. And next thing you know, license expired. I was like, oh fuck.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that sucks.
It could be better.
But hey, if it were easy, it wouldn't be fun.
Yeah.
Unless it's a pain in the ass, then it's not fun.
Wait, what?
It makes sense in context.
Yes. God damn it, horse, get out of my face.
Yeah, some of us are playing games to distract us and come up with thoughts. Emperor Scorpius is currently playing Minecraft.
Yep.
And I'm currently playing Hearthstone in a priest versus priest dragon mirror mage match. Not mage, match. I'm using words good. It's a match of mages!
Match of the ages.
Yes, a match of the ages. So speaking of Hearthstone, I had a dream last night that was very, very kind of weird.
Don't mind me playing Dr. Mario over here.
I did not get much sleep last night, and whenever that happens, I kinda like get weird dreams. So basically what happened was Trump, the Hearthstone player, decided to build a new deck for the meta, except instead of a deck, he baked a cake with Alton Brown, and all of the ingredients of the cake were characters from DreamWorks movies, and they were baking the cake in a demonic altar being assaulted by goblins.
I don't think that's baking a cake. I think that's
a
ritual sacrifice.
Have fun with that one.
I don't understand the things that have happened
That was
in my
a ritual
brain.
sacrifice.
It may have been.
Cthulhu was calling to you, Steve.
I think
The Great Spaghetti Monster.
I think Cthulhu wants to have my babies.
Yeah, that, or the Great Spaghetti Monster wants to touch you with his noodly appendages.
I just had some noodles. When I came here, I had some delicious miso soup.
I had chicken nuggets.
And I'm about to have this blue pill. Not confused with the red pill.
How about the brown pill? That would be like the worst thing ever to see.
What's a brown pill?
I don't even
Instead
know.
of sedative,
Okay.
red pill. Take it where you expect it.
For all your needs.
Well, now that I have an alchemy brewing stand that I can't use because Mojang decided to make things hard for life.
Yeah, I haven't played vanilla Minecraft in about a year.
Well, I have, for the record, I have never, ever played with mods on this game. I have only ever played vanilla. And that apparently pisses off a lot of people, so have fun with that.
I mean...
I don't know why. I mean, it's my choice.
That is true.
But it still pisses people off. Like, how can you play the game? It's so boring without mods. I'm like, well, you're just uncreative.
Yeah, it's like playing it's like Forza driver. Why play clean when you can play dirty?
It's like what happens when you get bored with the game? I stop playing.
I lagged.
I don't look for alternative ways to play. I just find another game to play until I decide to come back to Minecraft.
Yeah. I use that in the same way with modded Minecraft. Mm-hmm. I will play random games, and then I will end up back there when I care.
And I lost connection randomly.
Yes. So did... Yay, internet issues.
One of the great things you do, one of the great things that happens behind the scenes, you're wondering, hey, what happened to, Terraria? Well, at that point, technically the game's...
We technically finished it, ish.
Yeah.
I just kind of wanted to record the intro, the last episode again.
Yeah.
Because it kind of died.
The last episode, which is lost.
Well, I think I was sick that day, and I didn't feel like it.
And we literally just, quote-unquote, plowed right through it.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, wow.
My thought
I was lagging quick.
Is what we could do is start the game again in expert mode and go through that. But I don't know if we'll have the time.
Like with new characters or old characters?
I don't know. I'm down to 12, by the way.
Yeah, probably with old characters. It's kind of hard going back, starting new again.
Yeah.
Everything kills me so quickly versus me killing everything so quickly.
Yeah, but I mean, we could do that. We still have to do more Starbound. And
yeah, you have to figure out how to get Starbound to work without crashing after 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's true.
Starbound is great and wonderful, but it's a pain in the ass to keep running. Why can't I place this?
It's a pain in the ass to record. What? Why Starbound? Why are you so difficult to record with OBS?
Why do you hate us?
And I crashed out again.
Jesus Christ. This seems like a running gag. Welcome to the DeadChat.
It was working fine until I tried to place a bed down.
I'm also lagging. I drop Ragnaros and I lag. I think it's we're both playing games online.
It's all your fault.
Yeah, I could be playing Paladins.
Jesus Christ. We've done this before.
Yeah, we've done this multiple times. Just said my network just decides to suck a giant bag of dicks today.
How many dicks? At least 7 dicks.
A gaggle?
Like a bag of dicks, I feel like would have 7 dicks in it.
You know what's really...
Mathematically speaking.
What's really annoying is that there's a guy on the server who wants to buy something from me. He, too, is having connection problems, and we keep blinking out at different times. Oh my god, I placed the bed down, and I placed it in the wrong spot. Okay, round 2. Okay, I placed it. Now we'll... See, every time I log back in, it turns out I've rubber banded back to a previous spot. So, like, I was in my house, and I ran across the street to place the bed in the inn. And when I came back on the game after buzzing out, I found I was still in my house. I never actually ran across the road. And the second time it happened, I was halfway across the bridge. Or road, whatever. So...
You know what's funny? I think we're probably, well, minus the solo Let's Play, I think we're the only group that's out there that hasn't done like a quote-unquote group in Minecraft.
No, we have not.
What? What do you mean?
Like, we haven't played Minecraft together and recorded it.
That's because you guys don't like servers. And plus we also have trouble doing LAN with
That's
Minecraft
true.
for some reason.
Yeah, that's also true.
It's also difficult to record Minecraft.
Is it?
Yeah, because, one of us would have to run the server.
It's true.
And as a LAN, which I would probably do, and then he would have to record, and he would have to figure out how to record that, which I would leave to you.
Well,
Which is just, you know how they have that meme where it's like a picture of that woman and a bunch of math symbols there? That's what trying to figure out how to record a program is like.
what is the cost of buying a Minecraft realm?
I don't even know.
I think it's like 25. It's like 25 and like 5 a month, I think.
25 a month? Jesus Christ.
And like 25 the first time and 5 a month, I think.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to say,
Keyword here is I think. I'm not 100%
yeah.
sure.
I'm trying to say, I could potentially buy one of those. That way the server is not on... I did that before I came in. But
Plus,
potentially,
it was already muted and they...
if it's cheap enough, I can buy a realm.
Created by unknown entity invalid. What the fuck? This is what we get when we play with bad internet that happens.
The only problem is that it would have to be vanilla.
Yes, that is true.
I don't know how you guys feel about it.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I'm fine with vanilla if we're playing together.
Besides, you can also use it on the Windows 10 app. Well, I don't know if you guys have that for sure or not. Still.
I don't know, and I don't really probably
I
care.
have no idea.
Okay, I'm finished with this game. I won, guys.
Yay!
We both got down to like 6 health.
You did it.
Alright, now
Currently
It was weird.
surfing.
I have to go into my mine and fill it up with dirt.
Cool.
There's a reason, because I want a staircase down to bedrock, and the problem is that the staircase ran into this, like, bubble of water,
Okay.
and I now have to fill it with dirt so I can... It's like the staircase is actually quite large, like, the whole area. It's roughly 9 by 9 going down.
Interesting.
The actual stairs is only 2 blocks wide.
Oh, that's pretty.
But the I hit this bubble where it's not a cave per se. It's like a little pond underground. It's not very big. The only problem is it's completely centered around where I want the staircase. So I have to fill it with dirt.
Oh, I've also
then
forgot one
dig it.
other thing. Well, that's where the break. So this will be the first quote-unquote break.
I'm sure Google has the answers.
Google always has the answers.
Google Magic.
It's magic.
Kind of annoyed that the fact that this isn't unlocked on. I have these already. I have some of these texture packs unlocked on the console, but it's not unlocked here.
Well,
It's the same thing though. It's literally the same exact.
do you have to use that version?
Hmm?
Do you have to use that version?
This is the one that runs the smoothest.
So no.
So in other words, you have to use that version. It runs the smoothest. Let's see you suffer.
Alright.
Actually, I gotta remember my old password. That's the other thing. Jesus Christ.
Well, do you have the new launcher?
Yeah,
You should be fine.
he should be fine. Loads launcher, computer self-destructs.
actually like the new launcher.
Yeah, that should be it.
I feel as if the game loads faster with it. If that makes any sense.
Maybe.
In a way.
However, I wonder if I get to choose the seed.
Which one do I choose? Oh.
Probably. If you do it with the Minecraft realms. I'm assuming you can.
Yeah. I mean, I just hope that they don't just give you a map and whatever you get is what you get.
Oh, Christ.
That would be very annoying. However,
I just
if
use my
it's
username.
like I can choose to start in like a specific biome, that would be fun.
Hmm.
What biome would everybody like to live in?
Generally, when I play Minecraft, I like to find a plains biome next to an extreme hill biome.
That is literally where I am living right now.
That's my favorite area because I like to build into the mountains.
Yeah.
But I like to have the flat open area so I can build like farms and other buildings and stuff like that.
Now, would we have each our own house or a community build?
I feel community build. Like we could build a village. Like
what I built? Kind of?
maybe. Like for example, most people who do Let's Plays of Minecraft in group form. I mean, for example, look at Achievement Hunter. They built Achievement City, but they turned it more into like a mini game series.
No, they didn't. Jeff did.
Yeah, well, Jeff did. But then you look at.
Okay.
I mean,
I have a dog up here. I have a fucking dog everywhere.
yes, you have many dogs.
I've counted. I have over 20 dogs.
Oh, wow.
And there are still wild wolves everywhere. That's how many fucking keep spawning. I don't want to kill them because they'll all kill me. And they make sad sounds when they die.
Drown them in lava. Because
No, I'll burn the forest down. I believe
well, what's wrong with that?
I need lumber.
That's one of the things I plan to do if I ever get Breath of the Wild. I'm going to bring that fucker down to the ground.
But, as I say, if we do a community thing, I have an idea.
Okay.
Since you like building in two sides of mountains,
I love mountains.
we should build the Dwarven Fortress that was in the Penny Arcade D&D thing.
That would be cool.
Because they have a map,
They do.
so we can follow it. When I played Minecraft on the server a couple years ago and I tried building a Dwarven Hold, it was very difficult to communicate how to organize it because text-based stuff was very difficult and people just went every which way and it became a clusterfuck. But with a set map that everyone sees, we can say, hey, I'm going to start building this room and you're going to start building that room.
And you can basically see where they connect with the hallways and stuff. So yeah, that would be pretty easy. Because, like, for example, Jesse Cox, what he did...
Also, I already have a Dwarven skin, so
Yeah.
that works for me.
Jesse Cox, a couple years ago, was building a Minecraft series with a mod in it to make basically an RPG in Minecraft.
Right.
And what he would do, he wouldn't really hire, but he would get people from his like Twitch chat and friends of his to build the cities and dungeons and areas.
Is that Let's Play, not the Let's Build thing where they would build they would have like 40 people on the server?
Yeah.
And
Like
they
they
would
got
build like a Viking city along the river.
Yeah, I showed you that ages ago.
Okay.
I don't know if they
That
can.
was Jesse Cox.
Yeah, originally it was Jesse Cox and a few of his friends, and then they got the guys from Fire UK. I don't know if they changed their name now, but that's what their name was. They were major like build guys, like epic builds.
Yeah, I didn't know that was Jesse Cox.
Yeah.
Huh. I have memories of the videos. I just don't have any memory of him in it.
Well, most of it was taken during time skips, and
That is-
he would be in the beginning making jokes, and he would occasionally pop in.
Yeah, whatever happened to that?
I don't know. I think the series died.
unfortunate because they made some
cool stuff.
incredible builds.
Alright, so right now I'm running Minecraft. It's running alright so far. Oh god! Okay, nope, self. Ooh, I gotta change that too. Gotta turn off that auto jump, yeah.
Oh god, yes.
Yeah, that's really annoying.
Never saw cancer. There's cows.
Yeah, I mean, if you could figure out how to record Minecraft, and we could set it up as a LAN pretty easily.
Minecraft realms won't even have a problem. All you would need is password.
Well, for now. Well, I'm saying, for now, if we ever want to do that.
Yeah.
And then if we like it, we can continue the series by making a new map on a Realms map, if we ever buy it. But the first thing is being able to record it.
Yeah.
That is the big issue.
Well, I mean, would you still play it if you couldn't record it? I mean, it sounds like a fun thing
Probably.
to do anyway.
I mean, us playing Minecraft together, we haven't done that in a long time.
Yeah. I think the last time we played that was when I was on my desktop at home.
Memories.
Yeah, because I don't think I had a laptop at the time. Or if I did.
No, you did. It was a long time ago, and it was on Clayton's map.
That's right, yeah.
His older map.
Yeah. Yeah, and he had a Realms too after that.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
now
still-
expired.
Yeah, but it's still my, it still shows up.
Yeah, I never unclicked it, so
Die.
I haven't even spoken to him in a couple years.
Yeah.
I mean, we make posts on each other's Facebooks, but we haven't actually talked.
Hmm.
Not that I don't
What
not
is
him
this
or
place?
something,
Yeah, I mean, you know who I saw today?
but what?
My third grade teacher at my job. It was really weird because I saw her and I
My
was
job. I mean, our job. I'm still technically employed.
technically, but I didn't want to give out. I don't want to give out the name of our employer for shits and giggles, and you're
Okay.
only there
Great
once
justice.
every month,
Yeah.
so you barely count. But
Anyway.
yeah, so I saw my third grade teacher in shoes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The shoe department.
Yeah.
And I was like, what else would she be wearing?
I don't know. We had what?
That would be weird. Please stop. But yeah, it's like someone I haven't seen for at least
A couple decades.
close to it.
Yeah. I haven't seen any of my... the only teacher I see around is my middle school social studies teacher. And I've seen him probably more than all other teachers combined since I've graduated. Oddly enough.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that cow just walked across not one but 2 lily pads and it didn't break.
Lily pads are supposed to be walked on.
Yeah.
You didn't know that? Yeah, they're actually great for reed farms.
Yeah.
Because you
It's
can
pretty
place them
awesome.
on the water and run across water. I am trying to collect as many lily pads as I can to actually expand.
I think the
Isn't
actual
there an enchantment
real life
on
logic
boots
got
now
ignored.
that make ice
Yes.
temporarily?
Yes.
That would be-
cannot mine it. It's
But it turns back into water, right?
Frostwalk. Yes.
That is perfect for automatic harvesting of a reed farm. Because it turns into ice, and that would break the reeds, and then you would just replant them when it turns back to water.
I thought reeds can be placed by ice.
Maybe?
I don't know if they can't.
If
The bigger the enchantment though, the wider the area. Like you can go up to
Then just put
20 blocks.
then just get like a shitty enchantment. Or
I know.
or less, or that might actually be good because it will affect the whole field.
Unless you get a curse on it too. Yeah, there are cursed enchantments now. There's 2, which are both really stupid. One is an enchantment where you cannot remove it from... I think it's just for armor. Basically, if you put a helmet on, you cannot remove it until you die.
Oh!
And there's another enchantment where the item will disappear upon death.
Okay.
Which I don't understand the purpose of either, but you can do that. Yeah. I guess it's more for, like, roleplay, Minecraft. But yeah, cursed enchantments are a thing. I do not think you can enchant it. I think you have to purchase them from villagers. Much like the amazing new enchantment of Mending.
Yeah, Mending is awesome.
Have you heard of our Lord and Savior Mending?
Bits and pieces.
Basically, if you have a tool or a piece of armor with Mending, when you kill a mob and it gives you XP, the XP goes into uses instead of your XP bar.
Also, when you mine specific ore, like diamonds and lapis and redstone and coal, and whatnot. And
it's basically if you have like a pick of Fortune 3 and you don't want it to break, put Mending on it. It'll never break so long as you keep getting XP.
Just build like an animal farm and make them bang.
Yeah, pretty much.
Turn sex into
experience.
Yeah, and turn that experience into material.
What?
But the only problem with the Mending enchantment is that you cannot make it yourself. You can only obtain it by purchasing it from a villager, finding it in a dungeon, or fishing. Fishing is the best way because it's the easiest thing to do. The only problem with that is that...
It'll take forever.
Yeah, it's really random. Like, for example, I've been fishing on this server for a while. I have more fish than anything else. My first ever fish was, thing I caught was an enchanted book with, 5 different enchantments on it.
Ooh.
That was with a unenchanted fishing rod. Now I have a fishing rod that's enchanted, and all I get is fish. It's really pissing me off.
Murphy's Law?
Yeah. And right now I'm standing at a skeleton grinder that someone built. This is the fanciest fucking skeleton grinder I have ever seen. It's got its own nether portal. It's got marble walls. It is fancy.
But it's automatic, though.
Yeah. Nope. They actually built a second one. The people on the server are smartasses. There is the Bone Zone. Lower
Kinky.
It's an automatic grinder that drops only arrows and bones. Then there is the Bone Zone, which is on all caps, which is an XP farm. And they are both within about 50 blocks of each other. Yeah. It's stupid. Yeah, you saying it out loud, you don't know what the difference is, but apparently when you're reading in text, depending on the capitalization is the difference in name. I don't understand it either, but yeah, it's a thing.
Hey, why not?
Alright, so surprisingly different.
Oh, I'm at level 25 now for the hard last 5 grinds.
Kinky.
The only problem with this grinder is that there's no enchanting table here, which is a little inconvenient, but nobody wants to donate it. It's funny, the first thing everyone talked about when the server came up was, hey, let's build an iron farm. And everybody's like, yeah, that's a great idea.
No.
You do it. And I was like, well, I don't really have the time, so how about you do it? And literally, every day, so when are we going to build this iron farm at spawn? And it's like, yeah, when we get volunteers. I'm like, well, I'll do it.
I volunteer as tribute.
Yeah. Everybody has volunteered to do it, so long as other people help. But, yeah, it's just, nobody's going to... I don't understand the point of iron farming anyway. Because iron is literally the most common material. And you get 70 blocks of iron per chunk. If it was a gold farm, I'd say, yeah, let's do it. But there's no reason to have an iron farm.
It's a thing to do.
I guess, yeah. It's so expensive resource-wise to make it, too. Especially now that Mojang decided to fuck with villagers and make it only able to build it at a spawn. Used to be able to build it anywhere, but now it's with the chunk unloads, it resets the village. And when it does that, you can't... the only way it breaks the how an iron farm works is that it's technically like 16 to 20 villages overlapping each other, and what it does when it unloads the chunk is basically erases all of them and only makes one village, which it'll still make iron golems, just not at the quick rate of most farms. The only way around it is building it in spawn, because spawn chunks never unload, even if nobody's online. It still costs a lot of resources, though, to build it, because first you need like 40-some villagers, and you need the ability to like get them corralled in the right spots, and you have to build each village. Basically, what it does is you have, like, all the villagers over here. You have one village over here with all the doors. And I don't know the specific way how it works, because it's excruciatingly complicated. But basically, with the one village over here with the doors, it makes the village extend back and forth, kind of like a loom. And when you take the doors away, it rubber bands back. And that was what makes it overlap. Yeah, it's complicated. That's why I always let other people build it.
Yeah.
I even said in the thread, like, I'll let you guys build it. I will mine the hell out of all the stuff you need. Just don't expect me to actually do the building.
See, podcasting isn't that hard. Did you know we already went through 30 minutes?
Wow.
34 minutes.
Amazing.
Huh.
Yeah, no. We're not even done yet.
Yeah, how long are we going to go for?
2 hours.
2 hours. Okay, cool.
Shit. We're gonna start fucking rough.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we haven't even fucked around yet.
No, we really have not.
We've actually had a serious discussion.
About Minecraft, oddly enough.
A game we've never played.
Yeah, a game we never played on the channel. We just spent over half an hour talking about. That's what you can expect from this podcast.
Spoiler.
Random nonsense that makes no sense.
Yeah.
That's gonna be funny. I might actually this is going to be on YouTube, obviously.
Yeah, more than likely.
Not sure if I'm going to try for which one? Sound.
You need a couple hits with them. Thankfully, skeletons drop bows and arrows, so I simply use their own weapons against them.
Makes sense.
And I always come out with a surplus of bows. I never use my own bow.
Just use the crappy ones and craft them together
Pretty
for
much.
more durability.
Yeah.
I don't even do that. They drop so many enchanted bows that we've already filled up 3 chests here.
Holy crap.
Yeah. Most of them are shit. Like just they're like one use and have unbreaking one on them or something.
See, now I'm kind of like disturbed by the fact that why are you just selling them? I'm like, oh wait, that's...
Yeah, you had that in that one server you were playing on.
It was not only that, but it was also the fact that I was thinking more of Terraria.
Yeah, that too.
So, I'm like, crap. But yeah, we could probably do a Minecraft.
Yeah, I mean, it could be fun.
Yeah. It'd be tough, but yeah.
Well, just the recording part, not the actual playing.
Yeah.
Because I know how to play.
I think we all know how to play.
So I know how to play vanilla. Thank you very much.
I'm
That seems to be some fighting words there. In a second, you're gonna hear it first. Splash through the window. No, my window.
I mean, I enjoy mods mostly because with Minecraft, they come out with the snapshots, and I'm like, oh, this is awesome. But I don't want to download the snapshot and try it out. And then it doesn't update for like a year. And then by the time it comes out, I'm like, I heard about this a year ago, fuck it.
Well, the only reason I don't play with mods is because they're complicated and I don't know how to do computer stuff. On top of that, most servers that I play on are vanilla anyway.
Yeah.
So...
I play single player all the time. You always play multiplayer.
I don't really have much of a choice.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
For some reason, his computer cannot run single player Minecraft.
Yeah.
And we don't know why.
It can run, it's just exceptionally laggy, even with the highest fog on. It just is like the frame rate is so crap. But I play online and it runs great. What the fuck?
Mystery.
1,000 comments explaining how stupid I am, and like, oh, there's just one setting. Oh, you had to change.
There's
that.
probably a couple settings.
Jesus Christ! Turn off the anti-aliasing.
Yeah.
God.
So, yesterday, I went to see the Lego Batman movie.
60s theme music to heavy metal.
Yeah, that was
Greatest
awesome.
thing I've ever heard. It is beautiful.
It's a pretty good movie, not gonna lie. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I also heard people talking about Logan as well.
I haven't...
Tomorrow. Maybe.
I'm probably not gonna see that until maybe Monday or
I
Tuesday.
read spoilers because I didn't care at the time, and now I'm upset that I did.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
See, I never read spoilers because, one, I usually don't care enough, or I just want to experience the movie and then I still don't care enough.
99% of the time I read spoilers. 99% of the time I don't mind. But the problem with that is that you don't know about that 1% chance you will care until after you read it.
Is it supposed to be kind of based off Old Man Logan? Because that's what it
Really
looks
only
like.
a name.
Okay.
Well, Old Man Logan had the Hulk in it.
That's true.
This movie, I think the only thing it has in relation to Old Man Logan is the fact that he's old.
Yeah. He's old, he's a man, and he's named Logan.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only common feature.
I also...
I think they said in the previews that mutants are disappearing. That was not in Old Man Logan whatsoever.
No. I also bought Doctor Strange on DVD because that came out on Tuesday, I think. Tuesday-ish. So I watched that again.
That was a fun movie.
It was.
Yeah.
And that thread of consciousness just died.
Jesus Christ. Time of death.
But the problem... I've heard a lot of people complain about that movie. Actually.
Why?
It was too cookie cutter.
Okay.
With the other film. Basically, it brought nothing new to, like, introducing a new character. Basically, he's a new guy, he gains powers, he fights a bad guy, and that's his origin. Like,
I'm okay with that, honestly. Because the thing I liked about Doctor Strange is, you know how most superhero movies has the romance aspect of he gets the chick at the end?
Right.
Doctor Strange didn't have that. I mean, they still like each other, but...
He's still a dick.
Yeah. It's not like a relationship with a woman was a major factor in that movie.
One thing that I did read that I didn't realize this until after the fact that it was pointed out to me, and it kind of goes against the cookie cutter origin movie. He was not named Sorcerer Supreme in the first movie.
No, he was not.
So, whereas all like Iron Man, he became Iron Man in his first film. Thor was always Thor, but Captain America became Captain America in his first film. Doctor Strange did not become the Sorcerer Supreme in his first film.
Yeah, he became the Master of the New York Sanctum.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
Which, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's a high position, but is not the highest.
Yeah. But here's the thing that I was thinking about. That movie had a Groundhog Day loop.
Yeah.
Which is really neat to think about.
Only in that.
Yeah, but how long was he fighting Dormammu in the Dark Dimension?
A half hour.
A half hour. But no, it could...
this way, he's never experienced time, so even that short of a period, it might be agonizing for him.
No, what I'm talking about is what sort of knowledge and power did Doctor Strange gain while he was in the Dark Dimension in an infinite time loop?
Oh, that's a good point, yeah.
Because, I mean, he came out of the time loop afterward, and he would likely have kept that knowledge.
Yeah.
Because he was the one who made the loop.
Right.
So he could have been fighting for 1,000 years, just getting stronger in magic the whole time.
That is actually really neat.
Yeah.
There's one of what I thought was a plot hole in it. What was the black guy's name?
Mordo.
Mordo. He gets super pissed that Doctor Strange reversed time and made everything go back together.
Yes.
Issue I have with that is no one else remembers the events happening because he made time go backward.
Yeah, other than the Asian guy.
Why do they remember? They were on Earth. In fact, they even died, if I recall, or at least one of them did.
Uh-huh.
Only Doctor Strange and what's his name, the big monster, was in the time loop.
Well, no, when you look at it,
Like, conscious of it, at least.
Mordo and Doctor Strange, they went to Hong Kong, and they saw that it was already destroyed and the Dark Dimension was coming in. That's when he first activated the Eye to reverse time, to try and stop it the first time.
Right.
And when he was doing that, he used it to bring Mordo and I think the guy's name was Wang into the time.
Don't
like
that's racist.
Yeah, that is racist.
I'm laughing at something completely different.
You can have an
Sure.
Asian guy named Wang, just like you can have a white guy named Dick.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway.
Sometimes kids are cruel. But he brought Wang and Mordo into his time frame while reversing, trying to stop it the first time.
I mean, what? I'm just doing something that's looking up spoilers.
The movie went out last year. No one cares. If you haven't seen it, sucks to be you.
You should be sad.
You should be sad. So, my thought is, they were still kind of part of the time loop, even outside of it,
Okay.
because he magically fucked with their timeline. That's the only thing I can assume. But yeah, it's kind of plot hole-ish.
Yeah.
The great thing about Mordo, though, is he is lawful evil.
How so?
His motivation after Doctor Strange fucked with the timeline was, you fucked with the timeline, and now you have to pay the price.
Right.
And then he starts going killing sorcerers. Because he doesn't want any of them to do anything against the natural law.
Which you would think he would go after, like, Doctor Strange first, being the one who broke the natural law.
That is true.
Crippled.
Yeah. Which is fucking really annoys me.
What,
It's
they went
like,
after the crippled
yeah,
first?
why go after him first? He's not doing anything. He's just walking.
I mean, in theory, he's probably the least threat. The least biggest threat. I mean,
Yeah.
he might be going after the weaker ones first, which kind of makes sense, but at the same time, if your goal is to prevent bad things from happening, the bad things would most likely happen from the strongest ones.
That is true. I'm moving things around because my cable is being a bitch.
The real reason he went after the crippled is because he was the only real other sorcerer.
He's ableist.
He was.
Yes, he is.
He was on screen, and
him and Wang.
Someone to they needed basically to show plot.
Yeah.
That was pretty much the reason why. But who cares about easing of writing? We care about story.
Yeah. So what on to next?
That is a beautiful pick. Fortune 3 and efficiency 4. What do you mean, what's on to next?
Like, we talked about video games, we talked about some movies.
Yeah, we talked about video game.
Yeah, video game, and like a little bit of one movie, and a lot of it about another movie.
Well,
so, now we need 3 topics about, like... Okay, yeah. As you guys probably know, we play D&D, and I have been planning for our summer D&D campaign.
Trigger alert, we play 4th edition.
You didn't have to say that.
Dislikes!
Besides,
all the dislikes!
Honestly,
yes!
No one probably fucking cares. As long as you're having fun playing D&D, any D&D is better than
Christ.
Yeah, I agree with that.
If this gets a large
at least
viewing,
it's not 3.5, am I right?
Oh my god, what is wrong with you guys? God damn. If this was to have a large...
Secrets out.
This was to have a large viewing. The discussing section, the comment section, would literally be a giant tire fire at this point.
To be honest, YouTube comment sections are just full of poop anyway.
Well, first you have your first, then it just goes downhill from there. But there are some actual, I guess, okay comments. To say.
It depends on the community, but most of it is shitty.
Yeah.
Like, YouTube comments are legitimate poop because people are shitty.
Yeah.
Their shit comes out of them through their keyboard into the reality of YouTube.
Yeah.
But
have fun with that, YouTube comments.
Yeah, the YouTube button should not be red. It should just be a stain of brown.
Jesus Christ.
YouTube, we love you, by the way. We love your shit.
We love the viewers, not the commenters.
Yeah. It's like how Total Biscuit just turned his comment section completely off.
Shit, you can do that?
Yes, I believe you can.
Why haven't we done that then?
Because we don't have that many viewers to care about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So, right now, our current viewer base isn't cancerous. To some degree.
Cancerous.
It's cancerous because...
I know it's a bad term to use.
We don't have a cancerous fan base because for now it's benign and hasn't spread to the lymph nodes.
Yeah.
Right now we're just surfing under the radar.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we're not talking about D&D.
Somehow we made jokes about YouTube and got into cancer.
God.
Yeah, I don't even know what we should talk about with D&D. Let's just throw things around and...
My segue that I
throw
was going
shit
to
onto the
suggest
walls and
is
see what sticks.
I am going to make a sorcerer, and we just got finished talking about a sorcerer supreme.
That is true.
I thought that would be a segue worthy of discussing.
A segue worthy of Mordor.
Yes. And how you're... I was thinking of... because last time we talked about D&D, you mentioned how the campaign you're putting together is going to steal all the ideas from everything.
I have a bunch of ideas I'm stealing from various books, movies, video games, and other random nonsense.
I was thinking of like a plot that would require... Basically, we have to save a princess.
Okay. Most
that
Disney movies.
Has a ring of power.
Okay, Lord of the Rings.
We must use a truthful sword.
Okay, sword of truth.
It's her captor.
Okay.
He's probably...
Is he a dragon?
Sure.
Let's make it a dragon.
This is a dragon.
Every story has to have a dragon.
That's true. Who has respiratory problems? Star Wars.
Okay, yeah.
Trying to think of other... and we are from a school that teaches young people how to do magic.
Okay, we have Harry Potter.
What other fantasy...
We have to throw something in by Brandon Sanderson.
Yeah.
So, giant cataclysmic storms ravage the land every week.
Because the princess has been captured.
Obviously, yeah.
They're obviously
Which
connected.
brings it in almost to Zendikar from Magic the Gathering.
There you go. All the plots.
We could probably work in Hearthstone with Blackrock Mountain. That was all about dragons.
There you
That's
go.
obviously where the dragon is from.
And the dragon sends out its minions of Endermen.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I got
Getting
that.
Minecraft back in here.
And the main character's name's Steve.
Yes.
Steve from Tatooine.
Which is a province of Hyrule.
Okay, yeah. And he has to collect the Chaos Emeralds to unlock the princess's prison.
Yeah, I was going to say jail cell, but prison sounds a lot fancier.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think of a drama or movie or thing that takes place in a prison.
Oz.
Okay.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, Oz. We can go with that. And
I meant like...
I know what you mean.
All right.
I understand the reference. And on the journey, he winds up in a desert where he has to stop two guys making drugs that are blue.
Aliens invade, fighting the local ranchers.
Yes.
I like where the story is going.
And he has to kill the main dragon's sub-dragons and absorb their souls.
Yes.
Throw in some Skyrim, because you need Skyrim.
And the storms will eventually connect our world to hell.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't remember the plot to Morrowind to include that as well. Yeah, we shall call this campaign All the Plots.
Which, this is definitely not going to happen. I already have plot written out.
Based on a true story. That's the opening sequence. Right after the title and subtitle, and probably the subtitle.
Apparently there is a podcast on the interwebs. I just read this a few days ago. It's about a guy from Chicago who was magically transported into a fantasy realm, and he hosts a podcast talking to various fantasy characters, and his co-host is a wizard.
Interesting.
Apparently it's very highly rated on iTunes, and I just can't remember the name of it. Let me try to find it. Oh yeah, we had to throw some Final Fantasy in there. So in the ride, he hooks up with like 3 teenage heroes and drives across the desert in
Did you
like.
about to say Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
They're also turtles. 3 teenage turtles driving along the desert in a convertible. That's the plot of the latest Final Fantasy, right? Basically.
And it looks like Steve is up for the bet. Ooh!
It's called Hello from the Magic Tavern.
Jeez. Christ.
Right? Am I right? I know there's some stuff about a car and like a boy band in that Final Fantasy.
I won't call them a boy band, but
They look like a boy band.
they're not a boy band.
I'm calling them a boy band.
Jesus Christ.
How many,
At least one of them is probably, like, I don't know, has hair that does weird stuff, and all the ladies love him, and then there's the dark, brooding one.
How many Final Fantasies are we up to now?
6,352.
15?
Yeah, 15.
I thought we were up to like 20. Alright. Guess they slowed down in making them or something?
I've never played the Final Fantasy game, so I don't really care about
The
them.
only one I have played was basically the 4th edition of Final Fantasy. I've only played 12. And from what I understand, it is the shittiest one ever made.
Which one is that?
12. At the time, at least. I bought it when it was brand new.
I don't know. Some people would question that.
But up until 12, at least, 12 was considered the worst one because it was not turn-based. Which pissed off a lot of people.
Oh, because they're probably because the fighting system was based off the Kingdom Hearts fighting system, which is also ass. I'm sorry if I offended anybody.
Well, I like Kingdom Hearts 2. That's the only one I played. And I played 1, but I didn't play it all the way through. I got stuck on a boss at some point. I don't recall where.
I didn't really have the chance to play Kingdom Hearts, honestly. I played maybe the first hour at my sister's old boyfriend's house.
Didn't really miss much, to be honest.
Don't try to make sense of the plot. It'll literally consume you.
Dude, they have Disney characters. I don't care.
It sucks.
So apparently the literal translation of the word owl in Chinese is cat head eagle.
Fascinating.
And apparently cement in Cantonese is literally rock shit. I don't know how true that is.
Is that literally what Knuckles makes in Sonic Heroes? No, wait, no, that's shit rocks. Shift rocks, but it sounds like shit rocks.
Sure.
Why not?
Alright, now I have a bunch of... Okay, that was not smart of me, but alright. I made a bunch of enchanted books, now I don't have any levels to combine them.
Good job.
The grinder is a ways away from my home, so now I have to travel all the way back. To my horse, Ignatius. I named all my horses. That's a very well planned out city.
That was used in the same program that I made the map with.
Interesting. Those roads are big.
Well, it kind of has to be big.
But is that supposed to be like an actual map of the city or a metaphorical map?
Probably metaphorical map,
Okay.
I'm assuming.
What, is that like is that going to be like the map of a city in our place, or?
No, I just was on Reddit looking at crap.
Okay. Why don't you watch or read how to make mountains, since it was such an issue for you?
I basically... Well, the thing was, apparently what a lot of people do when they make maps for themselves,
Yeah.
they use Photoshop and they download a brush pack of, like, you know how you have a pen tool?
Yeah.
Well, they download a pack that turns the pen into a specific thing. So you have draw a pen with that makes mountains or walls or rivers.
Gotcha.
I just don't have Photoshop,
Yeah.
so I was like, hey, I found this free thing from Reddit. I'm going to test it out. Hey, it looks pretty cool. Fuck it, I'm going to use it.
Yeah. See, I am afraid to download it because
It's not a downloadable thing, it's in browser.
Oh, that makes it even worse.
Well, they
What?
just started this thing like a year or so ago.
Well, no, my problem is that if I go to it, I'll start using it, and if I start using it, I won't stop.
That's true.
that is my issue with it. Alright, I will continue to make maps of worlds that have no purpose, and I'll start planning stories behind the history.
Well, the thing is, it's pretty basic right now, honestly.
That's even worse because I know it will get better. That means it's not going to be complicated for me to use.
It was super simple. That map that I made took like an hour at most. Maybe I'll just fuck around with it, see what I make.
But yeah, my sorcerer, I don't know what build to use that can complement a wizard. What are the wizard builds? Just illusionist, summoner, war wizard, and
Pretty much.
cliche wizard, I guess?
Well, here's the thing. Wizard is amazing in that you don't need a build at all to build a good wizard.
That's true. But it's still fun.
Yeah.
I should actually go through the attacks, because that's how I figured out how to make a pyromancer, because there was a list of attacks that were just all pure fire related.
Yeah, I mean, it's... I know you said that you wanted to make the wizard and the sorcerer brothers.
Yeah, or brother or sister.
That could be neat. Oh my god, they're Targaryens.
They're not gonna fuck each other.
But they could.
No, they can't.
But they could.
No.
I'm making a joke. I don't really... So yeah, that's basically the program.
It's
just
ocean.
yes, it's an ocean,
Okay.
and you just add, subtract, and whatnot.
But well, I was thinking for the wizard. Well, actually, the reason I thought of gnomes is strictly because I thought of a name for my two guys, guy and girl. If they were gnomes, one was a guy, one was a girl, they would be named Flynn and Flan.
Okay.
Because I feel as if those were being gnome-ish names.
Going totally... Yeah, sure.
What?
For some reason, when you said that, the first thing that popped into my head were Zan and Jaina, the Wonder Twins.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Sure. Oh my, I need... Okay.
I mean... I have drawn a potato.
Good job! Speaking of potatoes, did you see that Cards Against Humanity Super Bowl ad?
That
It's literally
was
30 seconds of a picture of a potato.
that also didn't come out,
No, it
wasn't it?
They were going to apparently, but I don't remember. I don't recall the reason why it did not happen.
I don't know.
Probably because of reasons, because that tends to be a thing. But, yeah, my war wizard, maybe. Control wizard. See,
Well, the sorcerer is gonna do a lot of damage because it's a striker.
yeah.
So you might want to make like a control wizard. And I'm assuming they would often fight together.
Yeah.
So they would probably have a bunch of combo moves.
A staff of defense.
That is actually my favorite feature.
Orb of position. Once per encounter as a free action, you can use this to gain one of the following effects. You designate one creature you cast a visitor spell on, has an effect that lasts until the subject succeeds a saving throw. That seems useful. Certainly, you can extend the duration of the effect created by an at-will spell that will otherwise end at the end of your turn. Okay, and what was the third one? Accuracy, which is like the generic one everyone fucking picks.
And it's also the weakest, in my opinion. I usually go Staff of Defense first, because it's good early, and then when Paragon rolls around, there's a feat that gives you a second option.
Yeah.
So you would either use that to take the orb, or from Arcane Power, use maybe like the Tome of Readiness, which is pretty neat.
Are there tomes?
Yeah. In Arcane Power, they added tomes and a different orb.
Ooh, now look at that. Luckily, I have all the books.
That's not on PDF. No, he literally has all the books.
Yes. Yeah. I literally have spent the past decade buying every single 4th edition D&D book. I even have all of the campaign setting books. I think roughly total over the past decade, I have spent close to maybe $3,000 to $4,000 over the past decade. It wasn't like all at once. Not that I wouldn't have if I had the money, but I have like all but 2 of the campaign guides because they went out of print before I can purchase them. Unfortunately, I was more concerned about getting rule books than campaign books. Let's see here. Magic items, tome, page 151. I guess we can go to 153 first. Alright. Sages. Oh, that's a different page. Huh.
They added the Orb of...
Fuckery.
No, I mean as class features.
Oh, I was looking at the magic items. But alright, yeah. I guess I can go over wizard attack. So this is the wizard page. New builds. Keywords, tome, option. Orbs of Deception.
Yeah.
Once per encounter as a free action, when you miss an enemy with an illusion power, so you have to be an illusionist to have it.
Yeah, to use that one specifically.
Choose another enemy close to the missed target. That chosen enemy cannot be the target. Repeat the attack against the new... Oh, that's...
With a bonus
kind of...
to your charisma.
Yeah, that's kind of useful. It sucks that you have to be an illusionist, though.
Yeah, but there's also 2 tome options. There's the Tome of Binding for summoners, and then the Tome of Readiness, which is the most generic option. But generic is usually good, in my opinion.
Tome of Readiness. When you select this form of Implement Mastery, choose a wizard encounter power of your level or lower that you don't already know. The power is now stored and available for use at a later time. So basically it gives you a free encounter power to use?
Kinda. It gives you an encounter power that you can use instead of the one you know. So you still have the same number of encounter powers, but now you have 2, and you can choose 1.
Gotcha. Because of that thing where you have to pick your...
And each time you level up, you can choose a higher level power. So if you go to level 3, you can choose a level 3 encounter power to store.
Well, how much of a pain in the ass would it be for you if I actually spent my morning choosing my spells to ready?
It could be neat. It will give role-playing and flavor, which I kind of want.
Okay. Because I would have to do it without knowing what we're going to encounter in the future.
Because that's what you're supposed to do. We just never did it because...
Fuck the rules.
Yeah, fuck the rules. We have shit to do.
It's like the first rule in D&D is you don't have to follow these rules. Like, we took that to heart.
Pretty much. It's all about fun. As long as you're having fun, you're playing D&D correctly.
But yeah, the
But yeah, I mean, if you prepare your spells, because like the map that I have, I'm gonna have you guys travel, and it will take time.
All right. Yeah.
So you will wake up during the day and go to sleep at night.
I'm sure
And-
we won't. There'll be days where nothing happens, that we can just kind of fast forward.
Yeah. What is okay? We haven't done this before, but what is your thought about tracking more things? Like we never did food,
I'm good for that.
as in food. He quickly looked up like food.
What is this about food?
Like we never tracked food and weight and ammo and all that stuff.
I'm okay with doing that.
I mean, it's up to you guys.
I would love to do that. I've always wanted to do that. It's just that we're lazy.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just own up to it. We're just lazy.
Yeah.
And honestly, what a lot of people do, I've been reading a lot on various D&D forums. Some people will have it as, if you're out in the wild, they'll track food and stuff like that. But if you're in a town, they don't.
Makes sense.
Because you assume that you can find food easily in a town by going to an inn or tavern or restaurant.
Yeah.
You would just have to pay for it.
So
but then
weird
you would
that
be
we
able
do
to
that.
talk to the NPCs, and that could be interesting.
I'm off to the wild for what? Skunks. Jesus
But
Christ,
yeah.
man. You sound
I think it would be neat because we haven't done it.
Yeah. I do like the tome of readiness. Is it replaces your implement?
When you build your wizard at level 1, you choose one of those implement options. So you either choose the Orb of Imposition, the Wand of Accuracy, the Staff of Defense, the Orb of Deception, the Tome of Binding, or the Tome of Readiness. You choose one of those 6 options, and you have that.
So basically, instead of an orb, I would have a book I
Yeah.
would use to attack.
Yeah, and the
That's
thing is,
interesting.
you can have a Tome of Readiness as your wizard spell book,
Right.
and in one hand, and you could still use like a magic orb in the other to make attacks through.
Oh, okay. That's the one thing.
Because you can wield 2 implements at once, which is actually a good thing because there's a feat in that book called Dual Implement Spellcaster,
Yeah.
which if you're wielding 2 implements, you get a bonus to damage rolls or something.
Which, depending how I make the wizard, won't matter that
Yeah,
much.
well, for the sorcerer, it might be useful.
Oh, I didn't
because-
think of that.
You can have your sorcerer's staff in one hand and a magical dagger or whatever.
Can my sorcerer wield the staff of defense?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, you said they were kind of squishy.
Well, the squishiness, it depends on how you build it. Because, like, dragon sorcerers are the least squishy. Because most of their powers give them defensive bonuses and make it so enemies don't want to attack them.
Okay.
But, I mean, it's like...
Oh, you're playing the leader. That's right. I was trying to think of... I'm the striker. Okay.
Yeah,
That
you're
would
the
be
striker
a-
and the controller.
Yeah, I was trying to say the defender potentially would be the only melee character.
Depends on how he builds a leader.
Well, what leader could be melee besides the warlord?
Cleric can be, bard can be, artificer.
Bard can be?
Yeah, my bard in our
Oh,
island
he
campaign,
had a sword.
he had a sword. He went stab stab, as Dargaron used to say.
Yeah, didn't we? Yeah, I think everyone was melee in that one.
I think most of us were.
Yeah,
at
that was
least.
the
I think
problem.
you had the wizard.
Yeah, the.
I mean, it's good to have a mix. Like in the
that was so saturated with melee that
yeah, like
That
in
was
our
so-
very first campaign that we played, the only melee character was Kriv.
yeah, that's why he tipped into that room.
Yeah, because we had you as an archer ranger, I was a human wizard. Then
That's the only real.
we had our
ranger.
friend. What is he going by, screen name wise?
Who?
John T.
Uh,
Because
Depending on the
we
name.
did have him in a video once.
Chris has been so.
The
I think he
Silent
goes
Warrior.
as Either that or Foxwolf Jackson.
I haven't
think that
gone
was
by
that
both because
Yeah.
I had him as
He was a shaman.
yeah.
And then we had another friend who played with us who was a warlock. So all of them, except for our fighter, were ranged. And it kind of sucked because the fighter didn't really have any backup.
Yeah.
That's also why when I plan like a 5-man party, I usually say have 2 strikers, one being ranged and one being melee.
Right.
That way the defender has someone to flank with all the time.
Should I switch out the sorcerer then
Ah.
for a melee?
Because,
I don't know who would be melee.
well,
I think
a couple of the NPCs will be.
okay. But I was going to say the only melee striker that the Avenger too. I was
Yeah.
thinking just the rogue is, but no, the Avenger is
And Barbarian. And 2 Blade Ranger.
fuck 2 Blade Rangers. They don't exist.
I sense some salt behind this.
They suck.
They suck.
Steve will back me up on that.
Actually, they are considered the best striker in the game.
They suck.
They don't suck. They have the highest DPR ever.
They suck.
Silent
You
rage.
just don't like it because you're classist.
Yeah.
So stay driver.
I've never actually played a 2 Blade Ranger. I don't think anybody ever has.
Dargaron did.
Yeah.
That's how we had the I go stab.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only thing he ever did.
I don't think no.
Wait, didn't I burn that character up to a crisp?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
you did.
Yeah.
You
He
did.
died. I'm not. Ranger used to be my favorite class, but now I'm growing to it being my least favorite because the attacks are basically use twin strike.
Yeah.
That's all you ever do is
Exactly,
twin strike.
because that's the best power in the game.
Yeah, there's no room for any other attack.
Why do you think I don't really like elves? They're so archer.
Yeah.
It's like they're one-dimensional.
They can be 2 blade. Well, surely they have to be something else too.
I mean, there's a couple things they can do. They can do druid and they could do avenger, but it just feels
That's
bad.
why I wanted to make that graph.
Yeah, it just feels bad to do that. They're so pigeonholed into being archer. Yeah, it's like they're so pigeonholed. Like,
Oh, to be fair, there's other races like that too.
True.
Like the tiefling and the warlock.
but tiefling can be too many things. That
What? Like as effective as the warlock?
basically any arcane character tiefling's good at, except for maybe.
Wizard and sorcerer.
No, they're good at that too.
I could be a pair of those.
Like, literally, they can be any arcane character. The only thing they're not good at is martial characters.
I thought they were good at being rogues.
That's like the only one. But everything else, not really.
What about
And primal. They can't really do primal either, other than maybe barbarian.
what about bring up the list right
Yeah,
now.
I was like waiting for you to bring up the list so you can.
Long tooth.
With the long tooth shifter?
Yeah.
They get strength and wisdom, so let's see, they're good at paladin, fighter, cleric, ranger, specifically 2 blade ranger. They're probably pretty good at avenger, but not really.
Wilden.
That's con whiz or dex whiz, right?
No, Wiz, Con, and Chris. Wisdom, Constitution, and Charisma.
They get
words,
charisma?
not mine. Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
The Constitution or charisma is to switch out.
It's not charisma. It's definitely Dex.
You sure?
I'm looking right now. I'm fairly certain it's Dex. It's Wiz Dex or Wiz Con. Yeah, you made the typo. It's +2 to Wisdom and a choice of Constitution or Dexterity.
Huh.
I think you're thinking of... Well, what did you say originally?
Con, Wiz, and Chariz.
That's Half-Elf. Half-Elf gets +2...
At the top of the list.
Half-Elf gets +2 to Constitution and then a choice of Wisdom or Charisma.
Yeah, my list isn't in alphabetical order. My list is by book.
Yeah. But yeah, +2 to Wiz, +2 to Con, could be a number of things, and then Wiz Dex is also a number of things.
What about... Revenant doesn't really count.
Yeah, you don't take Revenant for a class race. You take Revenant to be a dead race to do shenanigans. That is the most shenanigansy class race.
Well, you can do
ever.
the same thing with a Shade. Apparently, I checked. Well,
maybe
it says human only. A Shade is a human that went over through a dark ritual, which, like, I didn't understand why it had to specifically be a human.
I think that's just flavor.
So technically, it could be any.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, there's that. I thought there was another race that wasn't actually a race, but something else. No. And whatever the fuck a Kalashtar is. It's basically a human that's gray.
And has psychic powers.
Yeah. It's like at that point they started running out of ideas.
I bet you Kalashtar they were amazing in like previous editions.
Yeah, probably.
Gotta look that up. See, let me look at some information.
Are there any races that is unique to 4th edition?
Unique?
Yeah. A playable race that was not in previous editions. I know, like, not just as non-playable, but as, like, completely brand new creation. Like, I know Tieflings were in D&D long before 4th edition, but they were never playable.
Yeah, originally they were just called Deeplings.
Yeah, Derplings.
That's from Terraria. I don't think so. I don't know.
Alright.
I think they were all previously used in older editions.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you dead air.
We're not talking.
I was reading my list here. What about human? They're picked for just one class.
Humans could be multiple classes.
Humans can be any class. That's why they're my favorite race.
Human master race.
But they're only okay in every race. Or every class.
Honestly, humans are best as controllers and leaders. They get worse. Like, they're not very good at strikers. That's the only thing that I really... Other than that human monk that I had, they don't really make really good strikers.
Oh, that's because you...
I did not cheat.
Min-maxing is not cheating.
It wasn't min-maxing either. I just rolled the die and jumped good.
Yeah, it's to the point where I had to say a wall was X plus 1, whereas X is the max height that the monk can jump. when you have to write a formula for how big
The thing is, the power said that the jump could exceed your speed.
Yeah.
By the way, I found something out about that you forgot about.
What?
I have to land when I jump, and landing from a jump is basically falling.
Oh, so I could have killed you early on.
Oh yeah.
God damn it.
I found that out later. You could have killed me half a dozen times over. Easily, because I jumped too high. But I was also trained in acrobatics, so I could have reduced falling damage, so it doesn't really matter.
That is true. Yeah. I think we did do that early on, but after a while we just kind of gave up because you kept reducing it or nullifying it completely. I do remember doing that.
Probably.
At the beginning.
Yeah. That was like one of my favorite characters, honestly.
Yeah.
Because he was just so cool.
Well, it's Kriv. I was going to say, what's your favorite character?
Obviously, Kriv.
I don't know who my favorite character. Well, I'm always DM.
Yeah, you're usually DM. The only time we have you as a player is when I DM, which we only had what?
I think I usually do wizard too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've had 3 wizards.
Let's see.
I really should try something different.
Our very first campaign, you were the ranger.
Yeah.
Then I had a second campaign where that was when you were the wizard, because that was the one.
Yeah.
You had.
He was.
You had a halfling sorcerer in that campaign because you got married to the prince.
Wait, I was a mole.
Yes, you were working for everyone except the party.
Yeah.
Look, it's not my fault that all of my attacks occurred where you guys were.
That's where the enemies are.
Well, how convenient is that you literally blow up the airship we're on and you are the only survivor?
Yeah. Well, he had Featherfall, that's why.
How convenient.
Oh, don't worry, you guys will be fine.
What's a class or type of class that I've never played as? Because now I'm starting to feel the urge to play something completely out of my, not comfort zone, but familiarity.
Do what Fox would do.
Well,
I think I've played a paladin before.
Maybe. I like paladins, honestly. Paladins are cool.
The class, not the game. The class.
Yeah. I often don't get to play Defender because that's Agentwright's favorite role in the game.
I brick shit.
Yeah, what is a class I've never played as before? I've played Rogue, I've played Archer.
Okay,
I've played Warlord.
I have a list of classes here, and I'm just gonna read them out loud.
I know I've not played anything from Book 2 except for Sorcerer.
You mean, Book 2? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've never played Druid.
Right.
Or Invoker.
No, I've had an Invoker.
Yes, you did.
What was his name? He was a Deva, too.
Yeah, he was a Deva Invoker.
Oh, actually, Oros. That was his name.
Yeah, that was... Was that the Island campaign?
No. Oros the Deva Cleric.
Yeah.
He wasn't an Invoker, he was a Cleric. He was a Cleric, not
So you never played Invoker. You've obviously never played the Scion, because fuck Psionic classes. Seeker, which is a bad class.
I've had an Avenger.
Wizard.
I've played that.
You've played Wizard a billion times. Battle Mind, Fighter, Paladin, Sword
Never
Mage.
played a fighter. I think Chris is the only one who's ever played Fighter.
In the campaign that we started and died recently, I had a long-tooth shifter fighter.
Oh, that's true. I can't think of
Sword Mage.
Fuck, I'm not doing that. John has ruined that class for me.
Well, I think it's because he keeps trying to do the same thing that he did with his shaman. He has this cool idea of making a ghostly image to fight for him so he's not in the battle.
Yeah, which,
But he's the defender. He's supposed to be getting hurt.
Yeah.
That's his job. Soak up the damage.
Have I played a Warden before?
I don't know.
Depends. Have you been a person?
I have.
Because you played the
Yeah.
Minotaur.
Oh god, yeah, that thing was like a wall of health.
That was during the campaign that I had the monk, because you were the Minotaur Warden and the Eladrin Bard,
Yeah.
and I
They're really fucking
I had
husband and wife combo.
the human monk and the human druid.
Yeah, and I was the NPC. I was Splug. That's right.
Yeah, you were Splug.
I was the.
By the way, I'm bringing back Splug.
Yes.
Splug must be in every campaign we have forever.
Yeah.
He can, even if it's just like he shows up for 5 minutes and exists and then dies. He has to be in every campaign.
Did Splug save everyone's lives at one point?
Oh,
like he
definitely he
alien
did.
or something, and like completely out of blue and rolled
Splug is the best. By the way, Splug is a random goblin that always ends up in our campaigns.
We usually have to free him from something.
Yeah.
I think the original story was that he fucked up some way, and the Goblin tribe put him in a cage because he was so shit at whatever job he was given.
Yeah, usually
And
he's
he
a
ended up
rogue.
freeing him.
Usually. I think actually the origin of Splug was from Acquisitions Incorporated.
Yeah, I think not the concept, but I took the name.
Yeah, because they had Splug the Goblin in, like, I think their very first game before Will Wheaton ever showed up. At least I think it's that one. But anyway, so you are going to be the striker and the controller.
Right.
So let's look at those.
I mean, I could always. I was thinking possibly barbarian and druid as a primal couple.
Okay. Primal Bros.
Yeah.
I mean, Druid's neat. I played Druid. Druid was fun.
I've never played. That is one class I know I've never touched before. I don't actually know how it works either, but
Well, there's
learning experience.
There's two types. One is you transform into animals and hit stuff really hard.
okay.
It's a controller that's secondary striker. So you turn into like a panther or a
I
wolf.
probably won't do that. Then.
Yeah. The other one was basically the one that I played in our campaign, where you DM'd when
Right.
I had the monk and the druid, which was kind of like you control like the primal spirits and you like do stuff like that. You don't actually transform into anything. You just like make roots grow to hinder your enemies,
That's fine.
throw rocks at them magically.
What's the other primal strikers?
Primal Striker,
Just barbarian
uh,
and ranger, which I will not play.
which isn't even primal.
I mean, flavor wise,
Literally, just barbarian is the primal source.
huh?
Theoretically, if you're an Avenger of Melora, that's kind of primal because that's the goddess of nature and bullshit.
And bullshit. Well, I guess bullshit is part of nature.
Yeah. Well,
It's how nature grows.
so we know you've played a ranger, and I think you've played a rogue before.
Yeah, I've played a couple rogues, if I recall.
So you've never played Avenger?
I've played an Avenger. I remember playing it, but I don't remember. It must have been like a short campaign.
Yeah, I don't think... Like, I remember doing that too for some reason. Honestly. I remember building an Avenger named Jennifer. Yeah! It was when you tried to DM. And you made the joke that she was Jenny from the block. And then it died.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh, wait.
I don't really want to try Marshall because I'm pretty sure Chris got Marshall covered.
Yeah. I think the Sorcerer would be cool. Honestly.
Okay. Well,
Because you played one once, a Halfling Sorcerer, but I don't think you liked it.
I don't really remember. It must have been a Chaos one, if I recall.
Yes, because that Halflings would be good at that.
Yeah, it's like On one hand, I want to play like a wizard again because it was fun, but on the other hand, I want to try something new.
Yeah. But you definitely want them to be related in some way.
Yeah, I think I might have to break that.
But do they have to do the same power source?
I feel as if to make them more brotherly, it would, but I suppose not. Because I feel as if they're not, then they're basically just related in name. Because I figured that if they are related, they would be raised the same way. Thus, like, wizard and sorcerer. However,
Okay.
if they're not, then flavor-wise, then it's literally just flavor that they're related.
Yeah.
Which I don't want to do, but I don't know. It's like the more I think about it, the more I want to just fuck it with the idea.
So that was a good 45
Yeah. I mean, druid, barbarian, raised from the same tribe could be neat.
Yeah.
Like, the barbarian could have been the defender of the village, and the druid was being, like, put in as their religious leader, tribal leader, whatever.
That is true.
That could be neat.
But the problem is that, like, if I keep them with the same power source, then I can't... It's like my options are I can try something new, or I can have them be the same power source.
Yes.
Which
would change the flavor of them,
Yeah.
depending on which way you go.
Like, I'm kind of curious about trying a druid, but I'm not interested in a barbarian.
Okay.
But I don't know what other kind of striker I would have. What other strikers are there? Avenger, Rogue?
There's Avenger, Barbarian, Monk, Ranger, Rogue, Sorcerer, Warlock.
Ah, Warlock. We forgot about that.
Yeah, I don't think you've ever been a Warlock either.
Have I? Not?
Don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think I have. But, I would have to... I'd probably have to point by anyway, though, right?
Depends on what race you choose.
What about, gnomes?
Gnomes, they do make good Warlocks. Like Fey Pact Warlocks.
Okay.
Because that was one of my, that was my second character.
A gnome?
Yeah, a gnome Warlock. When we had that zombie campaign, the very first one you made.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I had the gnome Warlock in that. It was fun. Gnomes are neat.
Right. Okay. Yeah, so... I don't know. Maybe I can do a warlock instead of a wizard. I mean, yeah.
Sorcerer?
Yeah, instead of a wizard, have all the strikers. Each encounter will last 15 minutes.
Well, apparently, encounter should only last 3 to 4 rounds of combat.
Oh, well, we must really fucking suck then.
I think we do.
To be fair, when you have when you have the wizard working against us,
that's according to party optimization threads, which I'm the only one who does optimization.
Yeah.
So
I play for flavor.
Yeah. So obviously we're going to take longer when we do flavor instead of optimization, but we're still having fun, so it doesn't really matter.
If everyone optimizes, it's going to turn into a game of Final Fantasy. Who has the best armor and stats?
Yeah.
The monk does.
Yeah.
I had a higher AC than the warden.
Yeah, something's wrong when that happens.
But then again, the warden also rolled shit too,
Yeah, but you had such a cool hammer. And those huge D6s that you were using. That was awesome. Just
mind you, every time I'm dealing with anything with RNG is always not in my favor.
That's true.
Except for the past, I don't know, past 2 days. Again, I'm sorry for all those notifications.
God, I haven't seen that happen since the time Facebook didn't have the notification system like that.
I was just on a huge luck win streak.
That was a what the fuck are you doing, Chris?
Jesus Christ, you leveled up. Cool.
I had an
Jesus
idea.
Christ, you leveled up. Cool.
Oh. What?
Okay. Go with me on this.
Okay.
The one... Fuck, you can't do that because you want to be gnomes.
No,
Never mind.
Tell me.
I was going to say,
Change it.
one brother is a warlock.
Right.
Make it Infernal Pact.
Okay.
Worshiping devils and all that, you know?
Right.
Have your controller be an invoker, trying to save his soul.
I like what you're doing with this.
The problem is, for, no, it could still work. I would have... Give me a few minutes, I have to figure out stuff.
Okay.
Because Infernal Pact Warlocks need Constitution primary and Intelligence secondary. Invokers need Wisdom primary and either Constitution or Intelligence secondary. So all you need to do is find a race that has Constitution and Wisdom as their primaries, and then either... Yeah. You could do this. Because you could go as a WizCon Invoker, and then if there's anything that's Con Charisma, you could still do the Infernal Pact okay. Oh my god, Half-Elves. Half-Elves would be perfect for this, because they can go Con Wiz or Con Charisma. And Con Charisma is still good for Infernal Pact.
Okay.
Oh my God.
No, Tieflings wouldn't work because they could... Yeah. You have Half-Elf with one brother worshipping devils, and the other one is trying to save his immortal soul.
By worshipping a unaligned worship. I would have to not pick a unaligned character.
Yeah.
God.
Well, which god is the most anti-devil?
Bane.
Yes, Bane.
Probably Pelor. But everyone worships Pelor. He's like the generic go-to god. Everyone worships Pelor. Cord? Cord is probably okay with devils to an extent.
I'm going to open up Divine Power, because they have a lot of information about the gods.
They do. Oh, I know which god doesn't like devils. Grimosh. He doesn't like anyone.
Let's see. Probably not Avandra. Coralon?
No, magic and devils kind of go together. I mean, she probably doesn't like them, but not as much as others.
Erithus. Or Arathis, depending on...
That's a thing.
Keep the realms from descending into chaos. Devils are chaotic.
That is true. Moradin is his own little thing.
Yeah.
Moradin is like...
Holy crap. I cannot believe this.
Yeah, Arathis would probably be the best.
Alright, well, that'd be odd. Having a...
I mean, it would be...
of Arathis.
Yeah. I mean, it would be neat. And your characters would still be tied together.
That is true.
They would just be tied together differently.
That is also true. I don't know. I have a lot of thinking to do to make hard decisions.
So yeah, I recently learned something about Breath of the Wild. Complete topic change for a brief moment.
What's that?
You know how in GTA there's ragdoll physics?
Yeah.
When you go down a mountain, you slowly take damage?
Right.
That exists in this game.
Dude.
A player uploaded on Twitter them getting hit by a ram on a mountain. They fall, and as long as they're a falling animation, they take 1/4 of damage. They didn't have that many hearts left.
Oh.
They did.
Ouch.
But It's so weird. It's like, wow, you would never think a Zelda game would actually do that type of damage or try to pull that type of damage off.
What did you say was the best for Druid Barbarian?
What race?
Yeah.
I didn't say
Okay.
anything.
That's why I can't remember.
Yeah. Depending on how you build the barbarian, you definitely need strength.
Yeah.
Because they hit things very hard. Then you kind of need either constitution, charisma, or dexterity. Oddly enough, the way barbarians are built, even though they don't say they need dexterity is often their best secondary, which is really weird. But yeah, I usually go strength charisma because that's what I did with my half-orc barbarian that I built. Because half-orcs are strength dex, so I had strength dex as my secondary, and then charisma as my tertiary.
Strength dex. Wow, there are not a lot of people with strength dex.
Half-orc and thri-kreen.
Fuck, half-orcs can't be druids then.
Not really. Druids, they need wisdom and either constitution or dexterity.
Okay, so I need to have a dex. Someone definitely has to have dex. So is someone dex, and with con, or what was the other one?
You need wisdom primary. So wisdom is what you're looking for.
So I need...
And then either dexterity or constitution.
Okay. I need Wiz. Wilden. Wiz, con, dex.
Okay. That's good for druid, but not great for...
Yeah. Yeah, there... Wiz, strength, wisdom? Con, strength, wisdom? What? I'm sorry, what was
You definitely need wisdom.
Wisdom. The other
Okay.
one was dex. Wiz,
Dex is good.
Wiz, dex, and con. Wiz.
Yeah.
There are no races with that trio.
Yeah. So it would be really hard to... The closest you could probably get is Shifter being Longtooth and Razor Claw. Because
Yeah,
Wiz Dex Shifter is good for Druid.
One's a cat, one's a dog, right?
Kinda.
Okay.
And then Strength Wiz... you would need the strength for the Barbarian, then Wiz is kind of useless.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah.
It's
I could just go human.
Human exists. Human is always an option.
Human's always an option.
Yeah.
But
I guess
you don't like humans.
No. That's because they don't have any cool racial powers.
Yes, they do.
They get an extra at will.
That's boring.
You could also choose, instead of an extra at will, now you can choose something called heroic effort, which I don't remember what that does. It was added in the update for Player's Handbook 1.
Oh. You should probably relay that to me then.
I could.
Because I need all the information before everything becomes outdated.
What does...
Well, with the last 7 minutes, what should we talk about?
Can we have food? I'm getting hungry. All I had was that...
Feed us?
Yeah, feed me. I need the meats. The delicious...
Arby's?
Yes.
No, they have to beat, but we need it, though.
Yeah. Human. When playing a human, you can now choose between taking a bonus at willpower from your class or gaining the heroic effort racial power. And heroic effort is an encounter, no action. Trigger, you miss with an attack or fail a saving throw. Effect, you gain a +4 racial bonus to the attack roll or the saving throw. So you basically always either hit or save once per encounter.
That's weak.
Kinda is. The extra at will is so much better, which is also why humans make like the best controllers because then you get 3 options for your at wills, so you can attack, fortitude, reflex, and will.
Okay. Yeah.
That's why my first character was a human wizard.
Okay, not going druid, barbarian then, which is okay. Unless Chris wants to switch, like defender and striker, but I don't really want to take that from him.
Yeah, we don't really know what you're doing because you haven't really thought about it, but that's okay. You'll eventually tell me.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I kind of like the idea of doing a theme for the party, like all primal or all martial or whatever. Although I would prefer not to do martial because that's the one we always do.
Plus, there's no martial controller.
Huh? You're right.
Yeah, I am right.
For a brief second there, you insert a tiny sound of an explosion being made.
Yeah.
Like the easiest.
Well. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do a theme party as martial roles, but there are.
I mean, it would have to be an exception.
For example, Arcane, there's Bard for leader, Wizard for controller, Sword Mage for defender, and either Sorcerer or Warlock for striker.
I've never been a sword mage before.
Yeah, Sword Mage exists. That would be neat. Sword Mage is cool.
Want to go to,
All Arcane?
yeah, all arcane?
You could do it.
What's the arcane leader?
Bard or Artificer?
I have an artificer mini. It's a warlock.
Warlord.
It's a Warforged.
God, we're all both wrong. But yeah, I mean, you could go all Arcane, which could make it really easy for me because I could just say you're all members of the White Lotus Academy.
That is true.
Which I'm taking from the Dragon magazine.
Warforged is a con strength int.
Yeah, con strength or con int. And con int is good for sword mage and good for artificer.
You could be. I have the mini for a Warforged artificer. That not only is that not what it looks like, well, it is what it looks like. It's actually the name of the mini is a Warforged artificer.
Is it a male or female one?
They're sexless.
Technically, they're sexless.
I mean, if you had to choose, it's more arguable that it looks male, but it's literally him hunched over. He has, I think, a staff in one hand and a orb in another.
The White Lotus
He
Academy.
has a backpack and a blue hood over his head.
Yeah, we've used the mini before.
You can argue that it's female if you wanted. It's not that hard to change the sex for that.
Well, let's go to Tumblr. See what they say.
Yelp, speaking of which, I just read in the news that Yelp now has a feature where you can find restaurants with gender-neutral bathrooms.
What the fuck? You know what? No.
It's the world we live in.
That right there could be like a whole 5 hours of just...
But yeah, I mean, if you go all Arcane, that's neat. That's
That would
cool.
be an interesting-
And I've already said that I kind of want it to be a higher level magic campaign.
That is very true.
So magic is common, pretty much. So yeah, if you want to be a sword mage, go ahead.
Alright.
And then if you're going to be the leader, you would have artificer or bard. Or you could be weird and be the cleric in the party.
Yeah.
And be like the...
That's still okay because he can worship what's her name? The magic god. The
Iron?
yeah.
Yeah.
That is a she. That's a
No, that's a dude.
Who am I thinking of?
Someone else. I don't care.
Yeah, you could technically still worship a magical
Yeah.
being. Yeah. Well, technically all the gods are magical beings, but
Yeah, I mean,
the god of magic. Yeah.
you've never been a sword mage? You like defenders? Sword mage is a defender? Something new to play? Could be neat.
You're there somehow turn into another David situation.
Let's put it this way: no matter what you do, it'd probably be better than John's.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not that he's Okay.
He's not a bad player. He
tries too hard.
Yeah,
he tries too hard to get an idea to work. Which
he tries to be all the classes.
Be all the classes.
Especially when he was playing what was it? He was a leader once.
He was a shaman in the first campaign.
And he decided that he was going to just attack instead of help people who were already living or about to die. I can heal you or fix you up, or I can attack that guy.
And kill it.
Yeah, I'm going to attack that guy.
Because, I mean, there is some logic to that of if that thing dies, it can't hurt you anymore.
Yeah, but when they're at like full health and, being a non-attacking creature or character, you know that it's not going to work out that way.
Not really, no.
Yeah, so we'll have to... Yeah. So, Artificer, I guess it comes down to whether you want to be a Bard or an Artificer. Which, Artificer, I think, would be...
Yeah.
It's inevitably up.
I don't think anyone's played that either.
No. I thought about it, but it...
I thought about it too, honestly.
I wanted to play it.
Every class we've talked about, I've either thought about playing, have played, or have built.
Because I was looking at the Artificer, its things it does in the book. It's a little complicated in its flavor on how a Artificer functions, but a lot of its powers are really fun.
Yeah. I mean, the most complex thing you have to think about it is how it does its healing. Most healers make the person, when they use their healing power, spend a healing surge. Artificers, they don't do that, but during short rests, you have to spend the healing surge to reactivate the Artificer's power to heal.
Yeah.
So, the cool thing is, let's say you are playing a wizard, and you take a bunch of damage. I can make you heal for free, not using your healing surges.
Right.
And then recharge them with the defender's healing surges, who would have way more.
Yeah.
So I can basically manage the level as an artificer of all the healing surges of the party.
Right.
Woo, this has been a wild 2 hours.
Yeah.
When I say wild 2 hours, I mean the last, how you would say, hour and some change in D&D?
Mostly D&D.
Mostly.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's...
A little bit of Minecraft.
That's something we're all interested in, and it's something that's been on my mind for a month or two now.
Yeah.
I say we should just let's close this up before we turn into another 3 hours.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And we're all turning into skeletons for the...
We'll probably still be talking about it after we shut off the podcast.
Yeah. Actually, I do have another thought I want, but we can discuss after.
Yeah, cool.
Alright, so I'd say that was a good quote-unquote end for now.
Yeah.
Alright.
Of course, you'll find this on YouTube. Questionable about SoundCloud. I mean, depending on how many people can get up on this.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. And hopefully, as long as the dispute doesn't turn into a copyright strike, it should appear on YouTube. If not, I'll just make another channel. Fuck it. Beat the system.
Hail Hydra.
I am Agentwright.
I'm the Abbott555.
I am Emperor Scorpius.
Thank you for listening.